too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Straight ahead, it's...
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi. Take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the weird jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off the fabricate streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5-day stay, take off for the meal, hella final. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off the decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic, that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the Chanel, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up us? The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage, the market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all get it. Jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril. Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. He'll leave this one for White. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Throwing, Mayfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen, and the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Play action. Now it's Murray rolling to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running left, it's Fournette. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their second drive of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
From the 31, Murray, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Joe Tryon. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Hey, 133.
Mayfield now. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he'll be brought down at the 27. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Mayfield looks to throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They begin with a run by Fournette. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend in the NFL. On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll get him down right about the 20. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Gay's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He completes this to Russell Gage. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Mayfield on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Thompson picks it. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A first down carry by Elliott. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
From the 27, Murray. Ertz has it left side. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on, you're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
To throw is Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has it.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Nyheim Hines punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Opting to run again here with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Mayfield. This is White on the screen. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. On the move to his left. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
That's another Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Play fake. Mayfield. Finding Otten once more. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Mayfield on play action. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, and you have to get the ball back. Everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands. Whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? And they work this out past the 25. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 more yards there and another first down. Murray now. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 114 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Now Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every